Have you ever wondered why NPR seems so slanted to the left? We've got an inside scoop direct from the whistleblower. There's an interesting story out about our free press on that subject. Specifically relating to NPR, National Public Radio, which everyone knows is supposed to be unbiased news supported by donations and U.S. government stipends. There was a survey done internally at NPR headquarters in response to the very slanted anti-Israel bias inside the NPR newsroom. There was a graphic that I sent over to you. It said they surveyed of all the staff that are registered to vote, one party or the other, 87 staff members are registered Democrats, 0 registered Republicans. Is it any wonder that the slant is so biased going left? And does NPR deserve to survive with this kind of, shall we say, inboard prejudice?
Well, they certainly don't deserve continuing funding from we the people taxpayers of the United States. And you're absolutely right. I mean, one of the nicknames for NPR is National Palestinian Radio. You may have heard that. And over the years, I think that leftward slant has become more and more pronounced. It wasn't always as distinctly leftist as it is today. But there's no question, if anybody can bear to listen to it anymore, no question about that slant. It's very pronounced. Interesting, though, that this is coming from whistleblowers inside NPR itself. It's going to be interesting to watch. A bit of schadenfreude here, maybe.
I can tell you from personal experience, some years ago, I did a long interview with NPR in California. And before we went on air, the reporter, who was also the head of the local NPR station, gave me a little spiel about how they are just the news, no bias, no interpretation, no slant, and then proceeded to just beat on me for 45 minutes on air. And I remember afterwards, she goes, well, that went pretty well. And my commentary to her, I said, my goodness, if you were any more biased, I would have gotten up and left. You should be ashamed of yourself as an independent journalist. This was, I feel like I was in a propaganda headquarters, and that was 10 years ago. I can't even imagine how bad it must be now.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, that the slant has progressively, to use a term, slid further and further to the left. And today there's just simply, no argument to be made that they're even handed or balanced in their coverage in any way.
Well, 87 zip is a very telling statistic from the whistleblower, who probably doesn't have a job once they figure out who he or she is.
Yeah, this is not exactly diversity of intellectual thought.
Certainly
never mind journalism.
Not fair and balanced, as they used to say over at Fox. Certainly not fair and balanced.